back to my YouTube channel. In today's video it's going to be all things Disney, as you can probably guess by the title. So yeah, I do work at Disneyland Paris and have done for 6 months now. I started working there when I was 18, and I just want to go into a few things about what I do, about the audition process, about how I feel living in France. So yeah, let's go. I am going to jump straight into this video and talk about what it's like living away from home, and then what it's like on my first day. So I did move out when I was 18 years old. I didn't go to uni, this was my alternative. So for me it was a massive step. I never had the chance to live away from home before, and I was just moving countries. So I did find it really daunting and really nervous. However, I had amazing support by my family, and Disney did help as well. So about the first day. So the first day you all meet your group. So we have a group called Traditions. It's your little group that you tend to be with for the rest of your journey or the next few weeks. So you go to meet this group, and they're all people in the same position as you. They're all starting that day. They're all new. They all don't know what they're doing. Some of them are similar age, some of them are a bit older. And for me, it was a bit older because I was like the youngest you could be to work at Disney. So yeah, I went to meet this group. I was so nervous, I was scared, I was so anxious because I was thinking, what if I don't make friends? Like, my first thought was, what if I can't make friends over here? I'll be so lonely, I'll be like scared all the time. However, you just jump straight into it. You meet these people and straight away you get shown around the park. You go straight to the castle and it is incredible. It was such a wow moment for me, because you realise that this is where you're going to be living and working for the next few months, for the next few years. It is crazy. After that, we got shown around what it's like backstage, and we got shown where our building is, and we got a brief introduction into what we will be doing. They then move on to showing us where we're going to be living. So we all get into a little van and they take us to where our places are going to be. You then get told that you are going to be with a roommate. This was scary because you didn't know these people that you just met, and we're basically getting told that we're sharing with these people. And luckily for me, I got put with a girl called Alice, who turned out to be one of my best friends over there, and I was lucky in that sense. However, it wasn't the case for everybody. Some people did move in to their own places straight away. So my friend Hugo, for instance, was only on a short contract. His contract was October till January. Therefore, he got put straight in a room on his own. And also with people that have moved from Australia, for instance, they get put in one on their own as well, because it's to do with their visas. I do think it is better but worse in a way, because at first you don't know anybody, and being put with a roommate, for me, I thought was crucial, because I got to know this person so well. Like I say, Alice is my best friend. I got to know her so well over the few months that I got to share with her. So it was a great learning curve in that way. However, I know a lot of people disagree and say they'd rather just move into their place like instantly. That, I guess, depends on the person and depends what their preference is. However, you don't really get the preference. Disney choose, and it can be frustrating, but I guess you can't really do anything about it. So yeah, after this first day, you are still a bit clueless. You don't know where you are, you don't know what you're doing, and you basically just have to go into work the next day, and you just again get an introduction. You get to know a bit more about what you're doing. And over the next week, you do get an introduction week. So you have to learn all the skills, you need to know what you're doing, and then you have what they call a Disney Uni Day. So in this day, you learn everything that you need to know. I can say it was a very tedious day. It was 8 hours of sat listening to somebody just talk at you. We did have a chance at lunch to go into the park, and we did a bit of a quiz, and we did get some food there, so that was good, I guess. But the day itself can be very tedious. It is an incredible experience, obviously, because I'm like, wow, I forgot to say I went to Disney University. But yeah, after the week, you then have a formation. So the formation is that week. But at the end of this formation week, you get approved or disapproved. Everybody in our group did get approved, so that means you're approved for the job that you have just trained for. I can't exactly tell you what I do as my job because in my contract it says I'm not allowed, but yeah, I can't really tell you what I do. So a question I have been asked quite a few times now is, do you have to be a dancer to work at Disney? And the answer to that is no. Obviously I work in the performance department, but there are so many other jobs at Disney. If you want to work in a hotel, if you want to work on reception, if you want to work in a shop, if you want to even work on the rides, you can. I don't really know how you'd get these jobs, and I know for a lot of them jobs you do have to be multilingual, is that the word? Like, you have to know different languages. However, for my job, the answer is also no. There are different contracts, so there is a 175 and a 220. These contracts are basically 175 is doing the job without being a dancer, and the 220 is doing the job being a dancer. So yeah, these are given to you when they tell you that you have passed the audition. They are given to you in the email and it tells you what contracts you will be. So yeah, like, you don't actually have to be a dancer. Obviously you do have to have the ability to be able to perform though, so you have to be able to act, you have to be able to, like, I don't know, like, you've got to be, I guess, creative in a way. Like, you have to have a passion for performance, and I guess you don't really need to have a massive experience in performance because I haven't had this massive background of performance. So Alice, for instance, is a trained ballet dancer. She has danced for years in her life. For instance, I haven't. Like, I do not have training like she does. I don't have training like she does, and I still got the job. I get a lot of questions regarding what it's like living in Paris. However, I don't actually live in Paris. I live in the outskirts of Paris. It is technically still Paris, I guess, it's just not the centre. Because Disneyland itself isn't in the centre of Paris, it is on the outskirts of Paris, so I live where the park is. But yeah, it is like a 40-50 minute journey into the city, which is incredible. Like, it is so close. I know 40 minutes sounds a lot, but when you're on a train sat with your friends, it does fly by. But yeah, I don't actually go into Paris as much as people probably think I do. It's just when I have my days off, sometimes I just want to chill, sometimes I need to go food shopping, sometimes I just want to hang out with my friends at home. So I don't go to Paris that often, I guess. I know it's a bit of a shame, but I guess I do have a balance. And over Christmas time there was a huge train strike, so we couldn't actually get anywhere, which was slightly frustrating. So especially when my parents were coming to visit and we couldn't go into Paris, so it was a bit annoying. But they have stopped now, so it is fine. But yeah, when I go into Paris, I do change what I do each time. I still see the touristy things, I guess. I don't really see the Eiffel Tower every time I go into the centre, but like, if I was like, oh, I want to go to the Eiffel Tower today, I can. Like, it is weird. It's just, I can see the Eiffel Tower every day if I wanted. But yeah, so I change what I do. Like, the last time I went to Paris with my friends, we went for breakfast, and where we went for breakfast was near the Montmartre. So we were like, oh, should we just go to the Montmartre? And we did. And it's like a big viewing point on, like, it's a big viewing point of the whole city. It is incredible. Like, I took some amazing photos up there. It is sick. Like, honestly, that's a really good place to go. I could do a video about places I recommend to go, especially if it's your first time in Paris. I guess that's something I could possibly do. But yeah, like, for instance, like I said in the last video, I went to the Moulin Rouge, and I know it's not everybody's cup of tea because it is like a burlesque show, but for somebody that loves performances, like, it is incredible. It's an amazing show to see. There is also the Lido and Crazy Horse. I have not seen them, but everybody says they're incredible, and that is something I do also want to try watch soon. I know how nosy a lot of people are regarding my job, and people want to know all the facts, want to know everything I do, all the ins and outs, and I can't tell you. Like I have said before, I can't actually tell you because of my contract. However, people have been asking what the benefits of my job is, and I think I can tell you a few of them. But like, the first and main one is the fact I work at Disneyland Paris. Like, that itself is the benefit. Like, not many people can say they have this opportunity. It is an opportunity of a lifetime. Like, it's beyond, like, I can't express to you how incredible it is unless you're doing it and understand. Obviously, not every day is amazing, but that's like every other job. That's what life is. Like, some days you don't feel well, or some days you are just having a down day or missing home. However, if I am having a really down day or I am being fed up, I can just go into the park for free and just go on all the rides, see the castle, get some photos, see characters. Like, I can, it's incredible. It's I do get discounts, and I get them in quite a lot of shops, especially in Disney Village. So I get discounts for all food, drinks and the merchandise as well. Some things aren't great discounts, but I guess a discount's a discount, you can't really knock it. There is also a massive shopping centre near where we live called Livi.irwin, and it is sick. I love it to pieces, and I'm always in that shopping centre. But a lot of shops there as well do discounts, so I guess that is a great thing as well. There is also a shop backstage at Disney, and it's a cast member shop. So all the stuff that people, I think it's like stuff that's either broken or stuff that's out of season gets put in this shop, but you can find some amazing stuff. For instance, I found this necklace. I don't know if you can see it. I found this necklace, and it's meant to be about €25, and I got it for about £2. And there's nothing wrong with it. It is fine, it's perfect, it's in great condition. But I think it was out of season, or there was something wrong with the packaging, and it got put in this shop. So like, there is really great cons, like really great pros about it, sorry. Also, there is food backstage, which is incredible. So all the food backstage is cheap. I get a steak and chips for about €3, but if I went into a restaurant, I would get the exact same steak and chips for about 20. Like, it is crazy. It is, oh, it's so good. I actually really miss the food right now. I think another benefit of the job is the fact I made the bestest friends. And these people aren't just from the same places where I live, which makes it so much more exciting. So I have a friend that lives in Greece, and I have a friend that lives in the Netherlands, and it's crazy because back home I never have this opportunity to meet people from these places, but living and working in France, you do get this opportunity. You meet people from all around the world. I have made some friends that are French, but it is a bit challenging because their language is like, there is a big language barrier there. But for instance, Daniela, who's from Greece, her English is immaculate. She actually speaks better English than me because she is half English and half Cypriot, but still, like, it is crazy. Another benefit, which is pretty sick, is the fact that I get to go to the park for free whenever I like, and the fact that I can invite people in with me as well. I get given special passes at the start of my contract and then throughout the year to basically invite my friends and family into the park with me. I only get like a set amount of these tickets, so I do have to be very careful with when I just use them. I have used 2 so far on my parents, and it was amazing and they loved it. So yeah, it's an amazing, like, it's amazing feeling to know that you can get them into the park. So like, my parents have supported me so much through this, and they've helped me so much. So to be able to give something back to them, and my mum loves going into the park, so she'll use the free day, like the free day pass, and then pay for another day because she just loves it. Like, she just can't get enough of the place. I actually think she loves it more than me. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, so like, that is incredible as itself, that I can allow people to come and like over to see me, and I do have my own place now, so people, like my friends don't realise this, but if they want to come over, they can stay with me and I can get them into the park for free. They literally only have to buy a plane ticket. It is crazy. But none of my friends seem to have realised this yet, because none of my friends have actually come out to see me yet. I get a lot of questions about what my pay is and what my working hours are. I cannot tell you what my pay is, simply because I do not know. I have like a fixed number, however it's never been that fixed number. One, because I get taxed so much. Like, everyone says this job taxed more than any other job. It is crazy how much comes out of my bank. But also because I don't have like the same amount of hours each month, because especially at the start of the month I was so ridiculously poorly, so I'd have a lot of time off, and you don't get paid for sick days. And over Christmas and over winter I was really ill, and I'm always prone to getting poorly over that time, so I did have a lot of unpaid days. So yeah, it literally just changes because of that. On the note of being sick, it is very stressful when you are poorly over there, because you have to have a doctor's note saying that you are off, because you get marked if not, and about 3 marks can literally get you sacked, and it is stressful. So yeah, if you're poorly you have to go to a doctor's that same day, and it is €25 fee to see the doctors, and then if they prescribed you with stuff you then obviously have to pay for that as well. So it is quite an expensive do, and if it's the end of the month and you're struggling for money and you become sick, it is horrible. Like, it is just stress on stress on stress. But there is ways to work around if you don't get the note, because I have been that poorly that I've not been able to get the note, and I had to do some things to work around it. But yeah, it is like, they do help you out I guess at Disney, but they don't really care if you're sick. Like, if you're sick, it's an inconvenience to them, so then they kind of get annoyed at you. So it is that's the only thing I guess I don't like about the job. But some people have been over there and not been sick once, which is so ridiculously lucky, because I'm sick all the time. It's so bad. About my working hours, this is the part where everybody thinks the job is the dream job. So basically I work 8-hour shifts. I can sometimes work overtime, but I rarely do. So yeah, my shifts are 8-hour shifts, but in an 8-hour shift I can actually work a maximum of 3 hours. I cannot work more than 3 hours. It is crazy. So with my job I have to work 30 minutes and then I have to have 30 minutes rest. I think it is by law that I have to do that, so I can't work longer than 30 minutes. I am just going to end this video right here, as this video is getting so long. I am going to do another video about Disney and about the audition process, so that will be coming up in the near future. So until then, please go like and subscribe, and I will see you later.